Hello and welcome to Burnt Cookbook Party, an original Pathfinder campaign set in a unique fantasy world where 4 heroes of varying skills, attractiveness, and stupidity race against time to prevent a war. I'm Jenna Stoeber and I play Astra, a fey-addled half-elf oracle who is exactly who she says she is. And I'm joined by...
Andrew Hansen, playing Johnny Anaj, a sarcastic, scheming, smoldering Ifrit, delighted by secrets and destruction.
Caitlin Stayduhar, playing Patty Hertz, a ratfolk ranger dandy with a nose for gossip and cheese.
Paul Luetkemeyer, playing Zelf, an elven battle chef carving a name for himself in the high-stakes world of magical cooking.
And we're, of course, led today, and for the rest of all time, by our illustrious GM and world builder, Justin Green. Justin, how are you, my little beam of sunshine?
I thought you were going to say your little beach plum.
Oh, my little beach plum!
I'm good. I was thinking about if we should have like a diplomatic reach out to the Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals who are also using the BCB hashtag.
You know, Justin, I'm so glad you brought that up because whenever I go to Tumblr and whenever I do like the latest tag for BCBP, that's what I see.
They're active on Tumblr?
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with Tumblr, but I feel like it's not something that Christian businessmen would be into.
Yeah, are they shipping?
It's a real brotherhood.
They're in the Philippines. I am a big fan of their BLs. So we have that in common, except I'm not sure if the Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals are watching a lot of BL.
I mean, if they were, that would explain why they're on Tumblr.
Why they're on Tumblr, yeah.
So there has been highs and lows for our hero's legal team over the course of this trial.
Oh, yeah.
But now the only thing that is standing between them and judgment is their closing arguments. And I will tell you guys, after I did all of the math, that there are 2 jurors who will absolutely be determined by this closing argument.
Oh, shit!
Right on the fence.
Polling the jurors mid-trial.
B is going to stand up to give her closing arguments. B says, "We've heard a lot of testimony over the course of this trial from people who love Astra, from people who hate her.
Oh.
And while the experiences that they've had with her have varied widely, there's been one consistent through line. Not a single one of them has trusted her. But she stands before you in the profane halls of the Headwaters asking you to do just that. Trust her to uphold the principles of Ebnir while having no principles of her own to speak of. We heard it from Zalvit, from the fairy godfather, from Bly Bloom. Her words mean nothing. Even one of her own legal team has suspicions that she went behind his back to write him out of the time loops. And I'm not talking about either of the 2 demigods of chaos that are representing her. She let those 2 stay by her side. We heard from Shyla and from Adrian Mistmorn of heinous acts committed by Astra, but both done under the influence of more powerful entities. The Crown of Lunas, Abraxbobulba, the latter of which still claims leverage over her at this very moment. Because without handing over victims like Small Blep or Ogavia, Astra has no magic to call her own. So if she can't represent the domain of law, the domain of evil, the domain of magic, what's left? Water? I'll remind you how she left the mortal plane for our own.
Got a burn in there with the drowning.
Yeah, I can't believe she's throwing me drowning back in my face.
I implore the jury to vote no today and prevent the weakening of our hold in Irisol at this critical time. I assure you other gods are waiting for just such an opportunity to strike. And then B will take a seat and it will turn over to you guys, although I guess I will roll her final barrister roll here.
Come to think of it, since this is our closing argument rather than our specific defenses, is there a specific role that we should be making?
Good question.
Your choice.
Ooh.
You can target somebody specifically. You can just go with what your best role is. Follow your hearts. I rolled a 29. Pretty bad for her.
Ooh. Okay. Who do we think isn't on my side? I think Adrian as Mistborn is. I think Bashad might be. I think we've probably got the Sheep Lich. I feel like Ansel and Glorhan and maybe Kada. I've done a lot of things in defiance of fate.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Windhorn. I guess the question is, do we want to try to focus on getting one of these people over, or
do we want just a general, like, what's going to be our strongest blanket kind of role?
Yeah.
Just based on the stuff that Windhorn is kind of into, I feel like he might be leaning our direction.
Okay.
But some of the others, though, I do not know. Glorahan, I think, is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Since you guys have 2 edges left that weren't spent, regardless of who they're on, I will tell you 2 people of your choice, whether they are strongly against you, strongly for you, or one of the 4 that is in the middle.
Ooh, I love this.
Oh.
God. Okay.
Or I should give you a choice. You can use those edges for your closing argument, or you can go 1-1.
I think we should do 1-1, but I don't know who we should
I know.
get the vibes on.
I don't know who to pick.
This is so tricky. I don't know. Paul, Andrew, do you have any thoughts on who you think we would like to uncover? Maybe based on what our skills are?
I think we should take a look at the skills that we might want to use.
Okay.
And we should look at a person who those skills target. Like, I was thinking that Zelf has a very high knowledge arcana and spellcraft. So that would make me lean toward Mistborn. But then if she's like strongly against, then I might be like, okay, well, let's not even bother with that. So was there a skill roll y'all were being like, man, I could nail this?
I mean, my highest skills are diplomacy and bluff, which both feel like they have a place here thematically.
No kidding.
And we know diplomacy hits Abraham and Kada, at least. It could potentially hit some other people. So that's where I'm at with that. I don't know. Kaylin, do you have any standout skills that you think would be applicable?
Well, I have a very good stealth, perception, and survival. So that could hit Windhorn and Bishad and Glorahan with perception. But it's spread out among the 3 of them, though. So it's like, I don't have anything that really like doubles up for them.
Yeah, that's tricky. And Andrew, your best skill is intimidate, right?
Right. I don't know how that would work out for closing arguments.
Just scream at the jury. I'll kill you!
Sir, there's no smoking in the court.
And Justin, it's not just a skill roll, but it's also how we frame our argument that might touch on the strengths or weaknesses for a juror, right?
Absolutely.
That's something that is worth paying attention to that we didn't always pay attention to. Or it's speaking for myself. I didn't always have that in my mind. Perception could be good for a couple people. Justin, would you mind refreshing our memory on where Abraham Neven stands on what skills he's receptive to?
The last rolls were bluff, so he will be receptive to sense motive, and intimidate, so he would be looking for diplomacy.
Uh-huh.
I would say diplomacy or perception feel like they would hit a couple targets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Abraham Neven, the DC is 25 for diplomacy, and so is Kada. So I would say one of them, or maybe Glorahan for the person we see where they stand.
Glorahan is the one I think is probably strongly against, which makes it seem like almost a waste to try to pinpoint her. Does that make sense?
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely.
I think let's do Abraham. I think that's a good call.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is he won over by me and my moxie and my charm?
Abraham is strongly for you becoming a demigod.
Okay.
Strongly.
Ooh,
There's
okay.
nothing really that you can do that's going to change that.
excellent.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
boy.
Feels good to know that.
That's reassuring, but not helpful.
Right.
You do have another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wanna
think we
use
should keep
it.
that for a roll. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to use that to do better. I'd rather do good than to know I'm going to potentially fail, I guess.
Right. I'm kind of leaning toward perception as a skill. Does anyone have an idea of what they want to argue and maybe they want to target somebody's strengths or weaknesses? Caitlin, do you have a blockbuster that gets everybody's weaknesses in one beautiful closing statement?
Gosh, I mean, I can give you a beautiful closing statement. I don't know if it'll be tied to. Oh, actually,
Oh?
Yes.
Oh?
Oh my God, I just thought of a pun. Okay, yes. Yes, we can do this.
Hell yeah. That's what I want more than anything, to hear this pun.
God, well then I'm leaning kind of toward Caitlin setting this up with a perception check.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. I would love that.
Okay, let me see if there's any. Let me scum. I've learned from Paul. Let me
Yeah.
see what I got.
I'm trying to learn too. Would you have a higher check if you got drunk first?
Somebody would have to give her a morale bonus.
Is there anyone that can give me morale bonus? Because I can double up on that. I can get drunk, and I have this lucky shirt that lets me use Moment of Greatness once a day.
Unfortunately, I used my one preparation of heroism. Does anybody have a heroism potion or anything like that?
Bless is morale, but it's only for attack throws and saving throws against fear. I forgot I had enhanced diplomacy. I've been fucking up by not using this every single round. That's an Orision. I could have been using this the whole time.
Well, guys, are we raw dogging this?
Well, we've got that. Edge.
Yeah, we're edging. That's what raw dog is.
We're just edging.
Oh, wait. If you're rolling perception, I can give you a heightened awareness spell that gives you a
there
+2.
you go. There you go.
Hey, we did it. We scummed.
Perfect. We scummed.
So Zelf has his like campsite espresso maker. He's down there pumping air into it.
Oh my God. Patty absolutely chugs a tiny espresso as she stands up, clears her throat, adjusts her tiny skirt that's so short it doesn't even count as bottoms because no pants ever.
May it please the court, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, squids and sheeps of the jury, in this world, is there any greater law than you, yourself? Everything you've heard today about Astra being chaotic or unlawful, she took these actions to uphold her dedication to the ultimate power that be, her own self, the law of Astra They try to claim that Astra doesn't have her own magic, but look how dedicated she's been to the magical path, overcoming all obstacles put before her in the pursuit of magic. They may claim that she isn't evil except when she's under the influence of others. But let me ask you this, friends. Is there anything more evil than embracing the darkness when it comes knocking at your door? Astra did just that. Don't let that junior associate in the tacky suit pull the wool over your eyes. I'm looking at you, Sheeplich. Open your eyes and see. Astra is lawful, she is magical, she is evil, and she is your new demigod of Ebnir.
Yeah.
And Patty's gonna glare at the tacky power suit
Oh, wow.
of B and clicky clack in her little heels back to her seat.
Beautiful.
All right.
Incredible. Just so powerful, Caitlin.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I rolled a 24. Hey, is this a party? I get +2 at parties.
Oh, funny.
I don't know if it's a party, but you do get to roll twice and take the better.
My second one, only a 19, so 24 it is.
24, and Paul added 2 to this?
Yeah.
26.
Do you have any mythic charges left to get a mythic surge?
Good call, Paul.
Oh, I sure do.
Yes.
I sure do. As she's clicky clacking back to her seat at council table, she'll turn around, stare down the jury with her mythic power behind her and say,
Make the right choice.
Yes. The drama.
"Oh, I got a 1 on my surge." It's okay.
One's better than nothing.
True.
Well, gang, I think we've done as best as we can. Thank you for saying everything you said up there. I know it was probably really hard for you to be so candid and, to support me, even though it means lying and, misrepresenting how you feel about me. It really means a lot.
Oh, I thought it was fun. Kind of like a little airing of grievances, It felt good, like throwing up.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice way of thinking about it,
Here at the headwaters, it's like the biggest toilet in the galaxy.
We all puked into the toilet of the universe, and now everything is better.
Sometimes you've just got to let it all out, Patty. And now we can reset back to normal and just just really get to the core of who we are as a group.
Yeah, we can rally. We can go get brunch with some Bloody Marys. It'll be fun. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I just hope we can all look back at this and say that it was a good result.
Oh, I think we will.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Astra's going to do an amazing job. I mean, surely she'll get better at swimming. It's going to be nothing but a benefit to us for her to be, oceanic-based. Maybe she'll have a beach house we could visit.
Patty is such an optimist.
I have been looking at the potential domains that Astra could have.
And is beach house one of them?
Beach.
Well,
my domain is beach.
My domain is beach.
Water is one of the Ebnir domains, but it did not occur to me even for a second to take it. It's absolutely not.
It would be so funny.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Water
not.
continues to be one of Astra's weaknesses even after becoming the demigod of the oceans.
What if she becomes god of the ocean and then she drowns again?
Yeah.
That's exactly what some of the other demigods are planning on.
I mean, there is something really mythic about that, isn't that? It is almost Sisyphean in its way.
Oh, mythic heroes always have their weakness. Yeah.
Yeah. The idea that her Achilles heel, it's called Astra's drowning, and it's when you drown. And it's actually a weakness on everybody, but Astra is particularly weak to it.
Well, everyone, no matter how this turned out, I want to ask you all, how do you think the Sheeplich's trial went?
Oh my God.
Did he just baw on the stand?
Bad.
I'm just thinking, they put him on the stand and he got voted in. So really, what are their standards like?
Wow. You're kind of taking the wind out of my sails here.
Oh.
I'm going to start using a lot of ocean-based metaphors going forward.
Broadening your pun repertoire, I see.
This is going to unlock powers and also pun references for me that I'm really excited about. I feel good about it. I feel like I'm not about to die. But I guess if I do, then the next thing I'm going to remember is waking up at the beginning of a new time loop, huh?
Perhaps you will remember it because we really have no way of knowing how we're going to get to the next loop with our memories intact, right?
Oh.
That's one thing we'll have to work with Johnny and Ajan probably.
He grins.
All right, guys, I have the math completed.
The math!
I will remind everybody what we're going for here. If Astra gets just one vote, she will get one mythic rank. 2 to 4 votes, 2 ranks. 5 to 7 votes, 3 ranks. If she gets everybody across the board, she'll get 4 mythic ranks today.
Boom. Going for it.
Have we ever disclosed how many ranks Patty has?
Patty has 2.
Cool.
Oh my God. So I could potentially be twice as powerful. That's
Patty is going to be furious if Astra becomes more powerful than her.
You are a lower level, and they say about 2
that's
mythic
true.
ranks equals 1 level. So you would be about at Patty's level if you can pull this off as Queen's sweep.
Okay.
So we'll go one by one.
Yes.
Bishad will speak first. She will stand up. She'll adjust the noose around her neck. She'll say, "This is the last who's only half human, who died underestimating my god, the ocean. She got a lot of mileage out of play pretending evil as a vampire. But I'll be damned if my cold pirate heart wasn't endeared by the depths of her greed.
Aw.
It's an eye for me, but just barely."
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh my
we
God.
won over Bashad.
Yeah, I feel so weirdly good about that.
Bishad was your closest call.
Oh,
Nice.
really? She was on the bubble. Okay.
Windhorn speaks next. "I personally do believe that Climb and Astra Blep proved her capacity for evil, but I see someone with no goals or ambitions.
Oh.
To hand this much power to someone with no direction will only destabilize
Oh, no.
everything we've built in Ebnir's name. I must vote no."
Wow.
Typical.
I mean, he's right. He's 100% correct.
Mistmorn speaks next. She says, I think Astra is a woman with vast amounts of potential. Someday she could be an amazing demigod, be it Ebnir or another god. But unfortunately, at this point of time, I fear Astra is at the beck and call of her benefactors, and not the other way around. I'm confident she will learn to take the reins of her powers. But for now, I'm sorry, Astra. My vote is no.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Dang.
Damn, Miss
Yeah.
Morn.
Dang.
I wonder, was it a soft note?
Two things. First of all, she prefers a kindred that is non-evil, and you guys went hard evil last episode.
That's fair.
Fair.
She was much more mid until that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Glorahan Farrell will come in to view from her shadow form just briefly. She says, I may live to regret this, literally, but I just can't resist a little friendly competition. So consider this an extension of our bet in Arrow Peak, Astra.
Yes.
A race to the finish, and this is only the first lap, so watch your back. You've got my vote.
Look at you making friends.
I'm shocked. Astra will lean over to Zelf and be like, did I make a bet with Glorahan?
Don't you remember the dinner party?
Oh my
I have a hard time
God.
forgetting.
I totally forgotten that was because of a bet.
Well, hold on, smile at her.
Okay.
Smile and wave.
Yeah, I will, yeah. Astra gives this Glorahan a thumbs up.
The sheeplet stands, but he is so small, he has to kind of like
Aw.
put his two front hooves over the front of the jury box
Cute.
to kind of try to peek over. Says, I see Johnny Anaj's vision clearly. To think that the depravity she rained down on Phenolin could spread across Irisol. Yes. Bow before our new demigod, Astra Balep.
Yes.
Nice.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. Thanks, Sheeplich.
That's great.
Surprise get, honestly.
Ansel Farrell will stand and he narrows his eyes at you, Astra. He says, initially, I thought I was seeing a kindred spirit, a writer, an artist, but alas, she was nothing but a bully all along, stepping on the little guy to get ahead. And this is not my vision for Ebnir.
Gasp.
I vote nay. No offense, Sheeplich.
Wow. Wow.
Damn, okay.
Because we bullied him.
Yeah, there was a lot of... I have bullied quite extensively, so that's totally fair. Man.
Abraham Neven will stand next. He has, of course, two faces on one head, but they speak in unison as they say, we see in Astroblep many contradictions, a push and pull between good and evil, law and chaos. For us, holiness is found in that balance. You have our vote, Astra.
Hell yeah, okay.
Kata Scholl will speak last, and she says, when I look into the future, it is hazy whether this is Astroblep's fate or just a fate that she is stealing from another again.
Whoa.
But perhaps her fate is destined to be another. I fear the only way to know for certain is to allow this to play out. So, you have my vote, Astroblep.
Wow.
Boom.
Am I destined to steal everybody else's fate?
Listen, it's whatever destiny you wind up with at the end of things that matters.
Oh, kind of like a white elephant destiny?
That's right. At the holiday party of the gods, Astra.
Astra, at the end of this all, you have 5 people voting yes and 3 people voting no.
Woo!
You have been given 3 mythic ranks.
Yay!
Yay! Oh
That
my
was
God.
a very respectable performance, trial team. Well done.
We divided and conquered this minigame.
Oh my God. I get to live?
The emblem of Ebnir that sits where a judge would normally sit in a courtroom, it glows a neon blue, which fills the room, and the temperature just plummets to single digits. But Astra, although you can feel this happening, it's not uncomfortable for you. In fact, you feel stronger for it. Like when you see the little stranger grow larger, this sense of power inside of you is also growing. But this time you know that the little stranger is going to stay the same size.
Good. He's big enough.
Was the testimony sufficient for a light bulb to turn on for Zelf for Abraxabulbula? Because this is the first time that he's ever heard the whole story.
There is a very specific thing that has to be said in order to trigger Astra's leveling up. And that was not said in this trial, even if it was implied at points.
I see.
And just saying Abraxabulbula's name out loud, well, I'm sure it does empower Abraxabulbula itself in some way. That would not have an effect on Astra per se, though it is part of the criteria.
That's fine.
Now, also Zelf hearing the name Abraxabulbula for the first time, having that thread to pull, Jenna and I would have to talk about what figuring it out on your own would do, if anything, but I'm inclined to say that you would have to be specifically told. It's that act of telling another person that we're ultimately looking for.
Yeah, there's aspects of the mythology that have not yet been exposed.
Awesome.
I would say arguably the part that Astra is most ashamed about.
Oh, interesting. Well, now I want to know.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, that's fine. Yeah. If it hasn't been great, I'm not gunning for it. I was just curious. So now I'm intrigued by what's missing.
B will walk over to you and she holds out her hand. She says, "Congratulations on your probationary status. I hope you don't take anything I said personally. I was just doing my job. My own opinions on your worthiness are irrelevant."
Yeah, it definitely feels like that. Totally. Yeah. And everything we said about your terrible suit is the same. It's just in the heat of the courtroom drama.
Yeah, just like if you just took it in a little bit, and, give you a little more shape in the waist, like it could be way better.
Patty, that was a dead accurate. Just if you tailored a little bit and spent a little bit more money on it. But again, that was just in the heat of the courtroom. I guess, are we coworkers now? What are we to each other? Am I ever going to see you again? Probably not.
Actually, take this. And she hands you a business card, which I have put into your inventory, Astra.
Ooh,
Oh my
nice.
God, I love it.
Hell
She
yeah.
says, "You can use that to call me to the material plane if you need my assistance during your transition period. I am very busy, but I will try to make time in my schedule for you. And it can be used once a week, Astra, to summon B."
Dope. Okay.
This is the first time that we've heard anything about a probation period. What exactly are the terms of Astra's probation?
Until Astra can prove that she is not serving two masters, she will be given a portion of Ebnir's power. And if she proves that her other contracts don't pose a threat, she will be given the rest.
Oh, that should be easy. Good to know, though.
Well, thanks for the business card. I'll give you a call if any. Oh, you know what? Actually, I've got one too, and I'll give her a business
Great.
card for my printing business. If you ever want to write a biography, about your experience as a contract devil, or I don't know, do you write poetry? Listen, here's my card. Contact me if you want to publish something. We can talk.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. And she'll take your card.
That's called networking.
Before she leaves, she says, "See Flo whenever you're ready to go back to your own material plane."
Well,
God, am I going to go back into my corpse?
I think it's just your body.
Astra wakes up still under the water, drowns again.
Oh, no. We had relocated you to the Temple of Ebnir.
Oh, that's a relief.
Patty, how does this compare to your ascension?
Mine was very confusing and I was very alone. So it was a little different. I'm not bitter at all about how mine played out.
Oh, wait, you didn't have to go through a kind of torturous review of everything awful that you've ever done in your life?
No, I just went to outer space.
Well, what the fuck?
That was a god with domains of madness, chaos, outer space, radiation. It makes sense that yours would be colored a little differently.
On that note, really fast, we should say that Patty didn't go through all of this, and that is weird.
Oh.
Time looped within a few seconds of her accepting.
Oh.
From a meta standpoint, a true demigod, someone like Molny or Bishad, would have 10 mythic ranks. Patty has 2, so she did not fully become a demigod either. Well, Astra is in this sort of transition period, and Johnny Anaj is cheating his way in, which is why he is not at 10 mythic ranks either. Although at one point he was a true demigod.
Interesting. Okay. Anaj, do you remember, did you have a trial? How did you become demigod? Tell us your
Yeah.
secrets, Andrew.
I don't think we need to talk about that.
Oh, no, I think that we should talk about something in the same subject. After all, now that Patty and Astra are part of the new demigod club, that means that we're all brothers and sisters in arms and out with the old and with the new. We didn't have time to stop, talk about it, or think about it. But Anaj, what are the rest of your plans for the ascension of the new members of your team?
Plans? No.
I see. Oh, by the way, Astra, maybe we can catch you up on what you missed. Bishad is dead. Bishad's body has been removed from time.
Oh.
I and the ministry cast the ritual on it.
Oh.
And we used the wish spell to go to Ebnir's temple, which took us to you. It was so nice. But it didn't take us to Johnny Brightchild. And Ash, do you know where JB is? He's not in there with you, is he?
I'm pretty sure JB was back in Neptus with you all. I'm not sure what to tell you if you left without him.
Well, I guess finding Johnny is the next motion of order, but I kind of want to get out there and use my new powers and do a little, zap.
Yeah.
Little pew, little.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of stuff can you do now, Astra? I want to see something.
I don't know. I'm so excited to find out, though. How do you know what magic you've got versus what you had? You know what I mean?
I don't know, just go out and just do something crazy. That's what I did.
That's right. Try to summon some meteors.
Okay, I'm going to focus and I'm going to see what power is now within me. And we'll just see what happens. And Astra's going to close her eyes and hold her breath and focus really intensely. And you can see her brow furrow. And then she turns the desk into stone.
Oh, wow, okay. That was interesting. That was cool, I guess.
What did you do?
It's stone instead of wood. So you turned a
Oh.
material into another material.
Well, it wasn't stone already? Are you sure?
I mean, I wasn't paying that much attention, honestly, to it.
I think I'll be able to make a lot of beads, so I'm really excited about that.
Stone and wood bead.
Well, I mean, it's a work in progress. Patty, you didn't show up day one knowing all of your magic and all of your capabilities, right? So,
I'm still learning. I'm so happy for you, Astra. I can't wait till you get your first followers. Let me tell you, it's tougher than it seems. You need a firm yet gentle hand with them. But if you need any tips on how to punish them when they get out of line, just let me know.
Do I have to have followers?
I mean, why would you not have followers?
I don't know if it's really my vibe. Wait, Naj, do you have followers? I mean, you've got people that are horny for your vibes. I guess that's kind of the same thing.
Johnny and Aj does just like, well, maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Oh, God.
I was really hoping, now that I'm also a demigod, that we could build bridges with Naj. I'm going to crack through that nut, Andrew.
We should put our heads together and decide what our goal's going to be. This rush to stop the ministry from killing Bishad, to stop Windhorn from exploding Bishad, kind of consumed our agenda, but now we can get back to it.
Should we have this conversation on the mortal plane?
We could, but it's so fascinating to be in the realm of the gods, isn't it?
Yeah.
We Irisalians have so many questions about what there is beyond our world, and here it is. We're standing in it. And it's weird. It's just like a courtroom. And to think that in future loops, a shade representing your demigod power might be standing with the rest of these.
Wow, that's crazy to think about, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to vote somebody else to get the power. Are they kidding?
Mm-mm.
They're never going to be able to convince me of anything.
What if they're particularly clever in their arguments?
That's the worst. Especially not that.
What if they're hot?
Well,
We haven't stopped to ask ourselves if any new people are hot recently, but maybe we should.
I mean, we all knew Vin Weasel was hot.
That's true.
He's iconically hot, but in a really specific kind of way.
Well, there was that octopus lady.
That's true. Well, we'll see.
No, I'm ready to go. It is a bit damp here in the headwaters.
I think it's going to be damp for me when I get back up, too.
This place is making me morose. Do you guys feel it? It's like in the air.
I mean, it is very damp.
It is so damp. It is like a physical, emotional dampness.
It's making my fur very, like, puffy from the humidity, and it's not a great look for me. So.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought you were just like stressed out.
Oh, no, I live for this stuff. I'm not stressed. Are you kidding me? I got to wear my little skirt suit. I got to take a stand and have everyone looking at me. I thought it was fun.
It's fun because it worked out. If it hadn't worked out, it would not have been fun.
That's fair.
Wow, she did it. Astra's a demigod now. And you know what that means. A whole new demigod wardrobe, which means we've got to raise some funds. So if you enjoy this podcast with its novel format, unique minigames, and undead barnyard animals, consider supporting us at patreon.com/bcbparty. Signing up gets you so much bonus content, you'll wonder why it took you so long to join. Plus, you'll get every episode ad-free, which is going to make your next re-listen so much smoother and more pleasant. You get ads in so many other places. Why not cut them out of your beloved BCBP listening experience? We have exactly one tier. It's only $5 a month, and it gets you so much of that good audio that you love to hear. Not just the same good audio you already listen to, but new, bonus good audio. So go to patreon.com/bcbparty and check it out.
You guys reconnect with Flo, and she takes you deeper into the headwaters, leading you ultimately to a small square room, just large enough for the four of you to fit in together. She speaks a few words in Infernal, and then water begins to fall on you from the ceiling. At first, it's just like a light rain, but then it's increasingly heavier, until it's like standing under a rushing waterfall, and it's like pushing you down. And then that pressure releases, and Astra, you jolt awake, sitting up on a stone slab. You're soaking wet, maybe from the drowning, maybe from this bizarre transportation system. And gripped in your hands is a freezing cold skull that appears to be made entirely of ice. You know implicitly that this is the artifact of Ebnir, even though it's the first time that you've seen it. And on closer inspection, you find that this ice doesn't melt. You think maybe it's actually some arcane gemstone that you haven't encountered before.
Ooh,
that's
cool. Yeah,
That is
that's
really
dope.
I mean, that's very Astra to be demigodded by a giant bead, essentially.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Caitlin.
Yeah, it's a turquoise gem.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
A big turquoise thing with holes in it that you can string onto something.
I will quickly remind everyone where you were before going to the headwaters. You are in a temple of Ebnir that's at the bottom of the ocean, but all of the water is being held back by a huge whirlpool that you are in the eye of. Above you, in the very far distance, you can see a bit of the sky peeking through the top of the whirlpool. Next to you, kind of beyond the temple, behind the whirlpool wall, you can see the remains of a sunken city that is long lost to the ocean.
That is so cool.
Cool. Really cool.
Ooh.
Really ominous.
Justin, can Self make a knowledge geography check to see if he knows where the temple is in Erosion?
Oh.
Yeah, geography or history, both will work.
Got it. His history is a little better. It's going to be a 22, Justin.
Zelf, you look around at this sunken city and you begin to use your knowledge of history to kind of date the architecture, how long it's been down here. And you begin to realize that you are sitting in the remnants of Fairmist, which is the very first city in Erosia that sank.
So cool. Just about due east of Neptus, but we're on the other side of Erosia from where we started.
Standing alongside Zelf, Patty, and Johnny Anaj is Alec Vilnit, the crown of Lunas forming horns on his forehead, and his group of followers, which currently are just 4 leprechauns that he turned into vampires.
Right.
But some new faces have also arrived while you were away at the trial. The leprechauns are desperately trying to keep Nerissa at bay.
Oh.
She stands a few yards from the altar. Her arms are crossed. She's tapping her foot, frustrated. She is giving strong, disappointed parent energy. And behind her is Glorhan's Shadow End squad. This loop, the squad consists of Glorhan, her brother Ansel, Kata Scholl, and the fourth member, Patty, you are thrilled to see, is Sasha of Fainalin Academy.
Oh my god!
Shit.
It's fate.
Oh, so exciting.
Is Miss Moore in there too, or is it just the squad?
Just the squad.
Well, I was just going to sit up and immediately just cough. Oh my god. Beads are so heavy when they're wet. Oh my god, Patty, Zelf, and Ash. But Patty, Zelf, hey!
Astra.
I just had the most bizarre dream, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Did one of us need a heart and one of us need a brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Astra, it was all real, and in fact, you might find you have a new patron.
Oh my god. So it really all happened? I'm the demigod of Ebnir now?
How does it feel?
Cold and damp.
Uh,
The last thing I remember is my heart stopping and my lungs filling up with water. So you appreciate that this is a real shock.
let us know when your feelings turn toward bending people to your control or, things like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for that and I'll let you know when it's coming.
You hear a small explosion, like a
Ooh.
power generator short-circuiting, and you see that Nerissa has let loose a jolt of electricity through her gauntlets into some of the leprechauns, and they bounce away like little soccer balls away from her. She strides over, but not to attack you, and she shoots a side eye at Johnny and Naj, and she says, "Correct me if I'm wrong, Anaj, but I felt like last time that we spoke, when we parted ways, I told you that you could have one, that you had to choose one. And now there are two here. That's so weird. Is that straight? Am I crazy?"
There's such vagaries in the word choose, and fate tends to happen, Did I intend for Alec to also become a demigod? Well, I wanted that, but that doesn't mean that I made him become the demigod. And similarly, Astra also, it would be nice. Yes, we had talked about it, but I had very little to do with any of it.
She just rolls her eyes and she turns her back to Anaj and focuses instead on you, Astra. She says, "Astra, do you remember me? My name is Nerissa Indov. We were at Shadowin together."
Yeah, I remember you. What are you doing here? Where'd you get that cool gauntlet?
Oh, thank you. Yes, they're my weapons of choice. I am here as a representative of the new Pantheon, Astra.
Oh.
And Patty, it's a good opportunity for us to get a chance to speak as well.
Oh.
We saw each other, but we didn't really get to have a conversation before everything ended.
Yeah, it was a little chaotic during that time. I mean, as things tend to be these days with me. But yeah, it's a pleasure to see you.
So, are you a demigod too?
I am, as you knew me in Shadowend, my role is in infiltration and spycraft. But instead of serving the Triad Nations, I serve the new Pantheon, doing whatever I can to ensure that every spot gets filled.
Who gave you that role, Nerissa?
You can call them the Architect, Zelf.
Oh, a new player, a new power broker.
And what exactly does need to happen?
Well, right now we have 4 demigods, and we'll need 5 more to complete the Pantheon.
Cha-ching.
Zelf, you are working with the Ministry, correct?
Technically, but not always in spirit.
Are you planning on returning the artifact of Ebnir to them to destroy permanently?
Oh, no. In fact, The evidence that the ministry gave me to convince me that their ends are just or meaningful might have had the opposite effect.
That's perfect. Honestly, if they don't get this artifact, then they'll kill Molny. And if they kill Molny, that means that we can get the demigod of Gavel in this loop as well.
Oh.
Ha.
Then we're just down to some of the more difficult ones.
Oh, I don't want them to kill Molny.
I understand your MO now. There's no way to move forward with a new pantheon without purging all of the old one, although even with the loops, there aren't any loopholes.
It's essential that a new demigod for each god be called within the loops themselves. At this point, you all know everything on Irisol inside of the loops is fabricated by the time spiders. But when a new demigod is called, that mythic spark is coming from outside. It's the only thing that's real, and we'll need every last one of them to rebuild the planet.
Ah.
Oh my god.
There we are. A new pantheon and a new Irisol. I think that's the best possible outcome.
Agreed.
I think it's about the only possible outcome. Well, I guess that there's other possibilities, but it's,
That's right.
I don't know, it's the only one that really makes sense to even work for.
Option B is the time loop looping infinitely.
Uh,
Option C is oblivion.
uh,
Eidos.
Elarinia is already gone. Similar to the first time that you met her, she let go after Johnny Anaj visited her in Mielnor, believing that he was Johnny Brightchild.
Right.
There are no active demigods of Iris or Eidon, although that doesn't stop the Ministry from killing Gamweir to cover their bases. If we let them take care of Molny, really the only thing left standing in our way is Algalash. But it will be difficult to thread that needle. We'll need to keep the Ministry from destroying any artifacts and resetting the loops.
So you're manipulating the ministry in order to go after the targets that you want to turn into demigods under your domain?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is this what being a demigod is like? Fourth dimension chess?
Yeah.
Astra immediately feels it over her head. Panicking.
Astra, I felt it's more like babysitting. So if you have any experience with that, that's what it's been like for me.
What a harsh indictment of your followers, Patty.
What if the only followers I can get are leprechauns?
I mean, in my experience, they've been pretty naughty, so they might fall under that evil umbrella, but definitely not lawful.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of nerds as my followers. Ugh. I should have held out for a better demigod. No, this is fine.
Oh, come on.
It's fine.
You can choose your followers. In fact, you might have some candidates here.
Oh my god, if Sasha and I could be demigods together, it would be just like the sorority days again.
Nerissa, I have burning questions about the ministry. Where do they come from? How much power do they have? They seem to be in total control of the loops.
No, they don't control the loops. They're just trying to end the loops. If anyone has control over the loops, it would be the architect.
Oh.
What is the architect? Are they related to the Time Weaver? I know that I'm not in the demigod club. If I need to curry favor to show that I'm on the up and up, I certainly can.
It's less that you're not a demigod self and more that you're working with the ministry, whether as a ruse or not. I can't risk them reading your mind if you know this information.
Too right.
Someone like Ogavia gets their hands on you.
That's certainly fair.
Yeah, Zelf's compromised. We all know it and think it. So do I have to pay dues or something? Is there a charter I need to sign, or is this a little bit more informal? Oh wow, the lawfulness is taking over already.
Running to sign contract.
Did you feel that? Oh, I just got a chill.
It was a bit damp, yes.
Are there rules to follow? Because I would love to follow them.
Astra, don't give up your position at the very beginning of the negotiation. You're one of the demigods.
Oh, but I don't have to be part of the new demigods, the cool kids club.
Well, technically you are already, but you just have to hold a seat to fulfill their aim. You can do whatever you want with this power. Inaj is going to.
Oh, Zelf, you don't have to tell me that. That part I got.
It's true that you don't have to do anything, but if you don't, then things might loop and you could potentially lose it. You don't want to end up like Glorahan over there, right?
I really, really don't, in a lot of ways. Yeah. If I'm preserved in the loop, do the demigod powers get preserved too, or?
Preserved in the loop, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Nothing. I didn't say anything. What I mean is that when the loop goes over and my body is reset, will my powers still be there?
Oh,
Like, are the powers part of my body, like a lump of undigested beef in my stomach, or
Oof.
will it just sort of dissipate when the time loops back? You know what I mean?
unfortunately, they won't persist. You will be reset back to normal Astra, much like Johnny is reset back to Johnny Brightchild.
Mm.
And we'll have to go through a whole ordeal to get you back.
Speaking of Johnny Brightchild, I feel like he might be an excellent candidate for Gavilin's power.
Okay.
This is the conundrum that I always face, Zelf, and I think that you're going to end up on a similar path that I do. It would be lovely for Johnny Brightchild to become the demigod of Gavilan, but of course that means that Molney has to die first, and if Molney dies, that means Johnny Brightchild is no longer a paladin, is he? You see where I'm going with this, and that's how we end up with this one over here.
I mean, do we have to kill Molney, though? He's such a chill dude. He's just like, when I think of a demigod, Molney is like the iconic demigod.
No one else is going to be as snuggly as Molney or as fun as Molney.
That's right.
He gives the best high fives.
Yeah, he's so tall and...
He likes to make public appearances.
I could not get behind that plan, guys. He was so helpful when I was a baby demigod, learning how to manage my followers. He gave me such good advice. I could never do anything to harm him.
I understand that it's difficult, but if it makes it easier, all we have to do is not give back the skull. And we can be anywhere else. Just let Castian's squad go there. That's how it usually works out, and it'll be fine, right?
You're not selling me on this offer.
You all know Castian, correct?
We all know and like Castian.
No, that's not true.
He's got his own nasty hot charisma in his own way.
He doesn't. It's absolutely
No,
not
you
true.
don't think so?
Nobody thinks that but you. And I actually don't even think you believe that.
Nerissa, is there any way to divest a demigod of their powers, or is death the only way?
If anyone would know anything about that, it would be Gaffenrit, and perhaps there would be answers in his laboratory.
If we can learn anything from the former demigod of chaos, it might teach Patty something to give her a leg up on her road.
I mean, yeah, I would feel a little uncomfortable going through his stuff, but it is fun to snoop in people's medicine cabinets. So, and it could help me be a better demigod. So really, it's for everyone's benefit, not just nosiness.
It's the best parts of an estate sale and looting all in one.
I do like both of those things.
Well, I really don't want to kill Molney.
I don't want to kill Molney either.
If we're looking at possible movement forward about like what our next step is, which this feels like this is what the moment is, right? Like we're being given like threads to follow up on.
Options of what to do next. Yeah.
Oh, gee, yeah, I guess we are, aren't we?
Patty is absolutely not ready to go fucking participate in killing Molney. No.
Right. Well, Nerissa's point is that if we just wait, it'll happen by itself, and we can say, "Oh no."
Yeah, I wish she hadn't told us anything at all, but here we are.
And now we have to live with the knowledge, and now it's going to be our fault if we don't do anything.
Well, let's busy ourselves somewhere else doing something else in that case.
That's a very Astra answer.
Consider this. If we are hoping to find Brightchild, I think his priority will be meeting with Molney for the fall blessing.
Oh my God. You're so right. And that's infuriating. And are you giggling because that's right?
Yeah.
I do think getting Johnny Brightchild back in the cast is a priority.
Yes, I miss Johnny.
Are you sure that maybe consolidating your power isn't? Because Astra, it's not going to be long before the Ministry finds out that this gambit failed, and they're going to look for an artifact to reset the loop. Have the God Killer sword.
I mean, let's think about this in the long term. This time loop is eventually going to turn over.
Yes, of course.
What do we want to have accomplished this time loop to take forward into the next?
Mhm.
Well, having or knowing more about the God Killer sword would be nice.
Yeah.
Having more demigod power would be nice between the group. Whether that's Patty learning more about herself or maybe finding some other buddy to fill a seat.
I mean, we could prioritize getting you some little juice, Self, you want to juice up?
Juice. Get juiced.
We all know I love juice. But I don't think it's the kind of thing you can force. After all, yours was so hectic and haphazard. I don't know if the luck that you had in becoming Ebnir's demigod could be called a windfall or a pratfall. Nerissa, what are your plans for the rest of this loop? Are you going to send the other demigods on other scavenger hunts?
I guess it's going to depend on whether or not you actually hold up your end of the bargain, Self. But if you don't return that skull, then I'll make sure that one of Castian's squad members becomes the demigod of Gavilan. And then I guess from there, I'll see if you guys make any progress on one of the other three.
They want my skull?
Their plan from the beginning was to cast the mythic time loop ritual on the skull and then destroy it. Same as they did with the meteor. So hold it tight, Astra. Maybe string it, make a necklace out of it. In fact, Nerissa, do you know of a surefire way to destroy an artifact of the gods?
Other than the God Killer, any of the epic items that are created by Gavinrit the Sculptor, not all of them are going to be strong enough to kill a demigod, but a lot of them might be able to be strong enough to destroy an artifact given enough time and power behind it.
Well, then, for me, going to Gavinrit's laboratory is suddenly a higher priority. If we can reset the loop at will, then we can do so within the confines of a place already set up with the ritual, and we don't have to be at the Ministry's mercy. I'm only one member of the group, and in fact, I'm not even in the Demigod Club. Patty, Astra, what do you think we should do?
You can just tell Zelf is so jealous that he's not a demigod.
He would never admit it, ever.
Never.
He's competitive.
I know that there's a lot going on, but if there's anything I've learned through all of our adventures and trials and tribulations, it's that we're better when we're together, I think. We tend to go a little off the rails when we split up and we're not holding each other accountable. So, I really miss Johnny. Good Johnny, not this guy Johnny. And I'd love to find him again. That's my vote.
Lights up a cigarette for him and the baby.
Where did you get that baby? Did you have that
What?
on you?
Huh? What? No.
That's not one of the leprechauns, is it? They don't need any more bad habits.
All of my followers know to stay away from Johnny Naj.
Oh, that's a good call. All right. No, I do think it would be good to get Johnny Brightchild back on the team, or at least figure out, I don't like that he's out in the world all alone.
I'm sure he's fine.
And he's usually alone.
Yeah, but that's sad. Aren't you sad about that?
Well, of course, but it's a world where some things are just terribly sad. It's nuanced, but I owe Johnny Brightchild a great deal.
Well, we should decide ahead of time what we're going to do about the Molney situation before we get there, because if we tell Johnny that they're going to kill Molney, he's not going to just hang with us as we leave.
Oh, definitely.
I'm saying we all need to get on board with lying to Johnny.
Yeah, he is going to feel like he needs to do something about it. That's fair.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, and that'll happen whether we're there or not, but I'm saying that if we go there and we're like, we know this is going to happen, he's going to want more information, and he's going to want his two demigod friends to help out.
And fight the Ministry. I think we're going to lose.
Wow. I'm a demigod now, Zelf, so I don't accept that kind of talk.
Are you on par with what Bashad was?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
Yeah, I think probably I am.
I tend to be conservative with my estimates. I tend not to play games that I think I'm going to maybe lose. So, that's a fair point.
You saw that table, right? It was wood and I made it stone, probably.
Mm-hmm. I have important questions for JB about what happened in Neptus from his side of things.
Oh.
I think if we tell Molney that he has to go on the lam because the Ministry's after him, he'll say what he said last time, which is, I can take care of it.
I'll be okay. I'm a demigod.
Yeah, that's true. And that would actually wash our hands of any responsibility. So that would be ideal.
Well, I think Johnny would want to stand at his demigod's side.
Yeah, probably.
The practical thing to do is to put all of our heads together. We can get Mistmore's squad, who are very magical. Maybe one of them has a soul-finding spell. Maybe one of them has a whirlpool escaping spell. Those tend to be weirdly specific at times.
Okay, yeah. Hey, has anyone here seen a large possessed robot? Or Johnny Brightchild? Johnny Brightchild, are you here? Tap if you hear the sound of my voice.
Go
Woo, if you hear us.
Do I see any sunglasses? Is anyone wearing sunglasses? That could be Johnny.
You hear some murmuring amongst Miss Morn's squad. They're like, isn't that Johnny Brightchild? Because sworn that's Johnny Brightchild.
No, Glorahan, come on over with your squad. It's time to make friends.
Astra, you can tell that the Pharrells are watching you very closely.
Yeah, of course they are.
At 20.
Their eyes are going back and forth between your spiral rapier and the skull of Ebnir. They know what this means, and they are scared.
Uh-oh.
She'll make eyes back at them.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? I'm a demigod now.
Kata Scholl, though, is a bit oblivious to this aspect of it, and she says, I might be able to help you find your friend. I am a diviner.
Oh, that would be ideal, actually, yeah. What do we have to do? Will you do this just to be cool, or...?
Kata kind of looks over at Nerissa, and Nerissa nods like, yeah, it's okay. You can help them.
Hell yeah.
And Kata Scholl is going to cast Locate Creature. You see her eyes turn a milky white, and she sort of zones out as she is surveying a very wide area, looking for Johnny. The spell ends, and she kind of blinks. She looks around over at the hotel room that was transported over by the wish spell, confused. And then you can see her begin to cast a second spell. This time she casts Arcane Sight.
Oh?
And this allows her to see auras and invisibility, that sort of thing. And you see her walk over towards this destroyed hotel room and get down on her knees and kind of cradle nothing on the floor. She looks up at you and she says, Johnny Brightchild is here, but he's not well.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
He's ghost injured? He has ghost sickness?
Oh, no.
Justin, I have one use of see invisibility prepared. Can I cast that to see what she's holding?
Will that work on souls?
Good question.
Hey, if you roll a 20 or higher on a spellcraft check, I will let this work for you.
Sweet. Well, Justin, I got a 22.
Nice.
Whoa!
Johnny Brightchild is not invisible, like in a strictly magic sense. However, he is a ghost who is no longer able to even make himself visible, much less physical.
Oh, no.
Self's expression darkens, and he says, it seems like our ghost bear is running out of ectoplasm.
How do we get him more?
Although he's not physically harmed in any way, he doesn't have a body to harm, the psychic damage that he took from Bashad has left him with the mental capacity of a maggot, according to the Pathfinder guide.
Oh my god!
And he is unable to do anything.
I don't know what to do about this. I'm genuinely distraught.
I don't know.
Oh, he was so brave.
But he's a ghost. I don't know how to heal a ghost.
How do we fix him?
Can I make a knowledge arcana check to see if some form of restoration spell would be sufficient?
I'll just tell you for free, you can cast restoration spell on him. It will have an effect. I don't know if one casting of it will be enough.
Got him.
It is an option for taking care of him, though.
Yeah, we can try it.
I mean, we have to try.
We have to try.
You guys are so good. Patricia, you're so good. You're such a good influence on me who looks at all options equally before deciding.
Who's Patricia?
I mean,
Oh.
first of all, only my parents call me Patricia, and although you do look at me judgmentally like my mother does sometimes, I consider you my friend, and it's Patty to you. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's so weird how this has become the friend loop. You know, it's interesting. I learned this from the cookbooks of my master. But just like Nipip said, perhaps, food magic conceived in evil can be used for good.
This was such a nice thing you were doing, and yet you went out of your way to frame it in just like the most fucked up way possible.
Listen, Astra, I've had a very therapeutic loop. Lots of stuff is going on in my brain right now.
Okay, don't let me get in the way of your journey, I guess.
No, people's friends should be involved in their therapeutic loops. Anyway, it'll have to be tomorrow before I start to work on it. I need to prepare some materials.
Are we just supposed to stay here in this busted ass?
No. Listen, Glorahan, you all got here somehow, didn't you? You didn't just ride in barrels down the whirlpool.
We summoned a ship out of shadows.
Can we hitch a ride back?
Yes, but we also won't be able to do that again until tomorrow, so we might as well set up a camp here, I think.
I mean, it has been a hell of a day. I could use a nap, guys.
Yeah, honestly, me too. I'm so wet. I just want to drive. Just want to get into some dry, warm clothes and then contemplate the state of my existence now for a while.
Becoming a demigod isn't something that happens every day.
Thank you for listening, and a special thank you to all our Patreon subscribers who are supporting independent media in the most direct and sustainable way possible. Subscribers, make sure you hop on Patreon and check out the post with art and information about the jury. There's so much information about them that we didn't actually uncover in the action of the trial, but that information is now up on the Patreon, so you can enjoy Justin's good work as much as we did. Our DFTBA merch store is at bit.ly/Jenna merch, all lowercase, or you can find a link in the show notes. And as always, you can find us on Blue Sky at BCB Party, on Tumblr at BCB Party, or email us at burntcookbookparty@gmail.com. Burnt Cookbook Party is Andrew Hansen as Johnny Anaj, Caitlin Stayduhar as Patty Hertz, Paul Luetkemeyer as Zelf, me, Jenna Stoeber as Astra Blep, and Justin Green as GM and World Builder. This episode was edited for content by Justin Green and edited for sound by Akshay Balakrishnan. Produced by me, Jenna Stoeber.